Yo, what's going on, you dusty dumb eyes? Today we're playing some games with Inteleon Articuno. I'm sure you guys have probably never seen this deck before, or most of you haven't, except for the creator of the deck, Slapjacks13. The deck revolves around using the small Articuno, the baby Articuno with the Blizzard Veil early on with the Cold Cyclone, and just go from Articuno to Articuno and eventually end up with some Inteleons using some max bullets to close out the game. There's quite a bit of energy disruption in this deck. We got some Crushing Hammers, you got the Articuno-GX, and then of course you have the Hydro Snipe from the Inteleon VMAX itself. There's a couple different ways. Oh, also the Giratina, can't forget him. So we have quite a bit of energy disruption in this deck. But yeah, the deck revolves around setting up initially an Articuno with that Cold Cyclone, and then you use that, you do 70, you move the energy back to another Articuno, and you can chain Articunos for a little bit early on. They can't use boss's orders because of that Blizzard Veil ability that we have on our Articuno, and we just chain that for a little while, and then we eventually end up with the energy on an Inteleon VMAX, and then we start using that max bullet to close out the game. Sometimes we get in there with that Cold Crush to shut something down like a Pikarom or something, get rid of that energy. Got 4 Marnie, 4 Research, you got 4 Communication, 4 Quick Ball for Pokemon Search. These are our draw supporters, heavy on the nets and switch because it is a Jirachi engine deck. We got a Dedenne for some backup Dedenne changing just in case. There is a Zigzagoon in here because with that max bullet, we do 60 damage to one of our opponent's bench Pokemon. So if they don't have Mew in play, they got like a Jirachi or even a Zigzagoon on the bench. Pick up some free prize cards there with the max bullet potentially. So very cool for that. 1 weakness guard energy to give us about a little bit more hope in that Pikarom matchup. Still really tough, but definitely can make the difference. And yeah, that's it. That's the list. A couple bosses orders and a Great Catcher as well for some gust effects. And then of course we actually do have the Capacious Bucket in here because we use Stellar Wish a lot and we want more ways to find our energy, and it's just pretty much a better energy spinner for water Pokemon. So a couple bucket in here as well. All right, let's go ahead, let's get into some games. Check out the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AzulGG, first link in the description. Let's try out this Articuno Inteleon. Alright, into our first game. We did lose the coin flip. Probably going to be going second, I would imagine. Looks like it. Got the Articuno start. Oof, but not much else. We do have Communication Switch Escape Board, though. So we could switch into a Jirachi and Stellar Wish and then get out of there. We do also have a Crushing Hammer. So as long as we get a draw supporter off this comm, I really don't want to put the Dedenne in play, but as long as we get a draw supporter off this comm, should be in a pretty good spot. Our opponent opened up a Zacian. So we'll see what this what our opponent's deck entails. We know they play. There's a tag call. Got a feeling we are up against probably ADP Zacian. I guess it could still be like Mill. Could definitely be Mill. ADP Zacian. Thank goodness I did not want to play against Mill. Mill is no fun to play against. ADP Zacian though, sound like it could be a good time as long as we don't break off our Stellar Wish. Yeah, I really don't want to put Dedenne in play. Dedenne in play is not good. So we're gonna try and avoid that at all costs. They do play tag calls. This probably means that they do play special energy, which means get some potential value out of our what is it called? Giratina. Potentially get some value out of our Giratina. Maybe. We'll see. Here comes another tag call. Yeah, that probably means they probably play Guzma and Hala or Caitlyn and Cynthia like we see them grab here. And if they play Guzma and Hala, they probably play a special energy. Here comes an Intrepid Sword. No hits. Good for us. Yeah, calm away. Inteleon, gonna grab that Jirachi and hopefully Stellar Wish into a draw supporter of some kind. If not, it wouldn't be the biggest deal. We can just grab, yeah, so Capacious Bucket is still decent. We can just take the bucket, play the bucket, grab 2 energy, attach to Articuno and pass. And then we're still kind of on track to set up for a turn 2 attack, and we're just kind of hoping our opponent doesn't knock out our Jirachi. I could have taken the switch there and then Scoop Up Net had switched again, but we also still want to find energy anyways. That's the main thing we want to find early on here. So this is like fine, I think. And then we just kind of hope our opponent doesn't hit, you know, like attach double saucer, knock out our Jirachi. We hope that doesn't happen. We should be fine. Hey, there's even a Marnie. I could have put the escape board on Jirachi, but I have a feeling that they might play a tool scrapper, which I don't want to deal with. So we might Dedenne change this one here. I will Stellar Wish. I will try and find us a draw supporter initially. There's that water energy on the bench. Gotta find those Crushing Hammers if we want to try and reset that ADP. Here comes another sword. Hit that time. Let's see, no Crushing. I do want to keep that guy around. Let's start with Stellar Wish. There's a Marnie. Gonna go ahead and Marnie here. I will quick ball away the boss's orders as well, I think. I should go find probably the Inteleon, right? I was thinking for a second. Yeah. Alright, Water Articuno. Articuno again. Marnie. 5 new cards. Got the net. Not much else, but that's fine. Did not get that, what's it called that I was looking for. We don't have to bench the Jirachi back down. Just Cold Cyclone. Could quick ball the Jirachi away, actually. But I don't want to put another Articuno in play because I want to go like Articuno, Inteleon VMAX. So I'm just going to grab another Articuno. Yeah, I don't want to put anything else in play for them to kind of knock out, potentially. I'm just going to go Cold Cyclone. 70. Move them to the bench guy. We do need to find like a switch or something to move this guy out of the active then and then get into this one, but that shouldn't be too hard. We do play one Escape Board. We'll probably attach the weakness card energy here to the Inteleon to make sure I get that third energy, because we only play 8 energy. We don't play a ton of energy in this deck, so finding energy can be a little bit of trouble sometimes. But yeah, I don't want to bench down like another Articuno because that can make it easier for our opponent to win the game. So I think we might go Articuno VMAX and see if that's going to be enough for us to win the game. There's a Marnie. We'd like to see that. Our hand didn't really have anything that we needed. Our hand still doesn't have anything we need. We need a supporter, or we need a switch card for our active Articuno. We plan on Marnie next turn, so hopefully this next card gives it to us. We have a ton of outs in the deck right now. 3 switch, 3 net. We could even get Escape Board attach. Hopefully we do not whiff here. Absol doesn't really change anything. I guess Escape Board doesn't become an out now. Yeah, we need switch. Man, that is really unfortunate. Yeah, you hate to see that. No special energy either. Like I was bringing up the tag calls. They do play basic waters. Maybe they don't even play the Guzman Hala. I am gonna evolve here. Sucks to not get this 70 damage here because we could have gone 70-70, set it up to get knocked out by the max bullet, and now we can't do that. It's a pretty big difference maker. I don't know. I feeling like we're a little bit too far behind in this one, anyways. This one might be a tough matchup because of the amount of prizes our opponent controls, especially if we don't get any early energy disruption. We didn't find any Crushing Hammers. Couldn't use the Articuno this turn if we wanted to prevent alter creation. With our current setup, I don't think I'd want to, but you never really know. But yeah, with this situation, it didn't have a whole ton of options this game, which kind of stinks, but nothing we can do about it, I guess. Yeah, this matchup feels a little bit tough when we don't have options, it feels like. Not that I'm an expert on the Articuno and Inteleon versus ADP, but yeah, early Crushing Hammers feels like they're pretty important for us to have a good shot, which we saw 0 of, because we didn't actually draw very many draw supporters to play in this one. So hopefully next game it goes a little bit smoother. I haven't given up quite yet, but it's not looking good. I can tell you that. It's not looking good at all. Very, very much not looking good. There we go. Yeah, nothing really to see here. Here comes a Fion. Oh. Poof. They either get to hit a free hit on our Inteleon or take all of our energy out of play. This is where we go ahead and hit that concede. The Fion's a little bit too much for us. Let's try again in the next one. All right, we are into another one. Hopefully we get a little bit more going in this one. Opening hand says no, though, as there's just a lack of a lack of draw supporter once again. I'm gonna have to get out a Jirachi here when I would much rather get out an Articuno to initially attach to. We'll see what our top deck is. Maybe it will be a draw supporter and kind of bail us out of this situation. And we also need to figure out what our opponent's playing. We don't know what they're playing yet, which is does make a big difference onto what we want to do. Yeah, we'll see what our opponent's playing. But yeah, we could get an Articuno. We just don't have a draw supporter there, so we probably need to get a Jirachi and start using Stellar Wish. But then that means we don't have an Articuno to start building up into, and we're not looking at a turn 2 Articuno attack, which is what we really want with this deck in pretty much every matchup, is a turn 2 Articuno attack. Okay, there we go. There's that draw supporter. I'm gonna get rid of the boss's orders here. Grab the Articuno, attach a water. I'm thinking about using switch already. Just wait. I'm gonna go and use the switch because if they do Marnie or something, it's we play 4 switch, but a lot of our switch cards are scoop up nets. So like it might be hard to find another switch. I'm gonna go and play the switch right now. We could get punished by something like Fion, but boss's orders, which is in every deck and Fion isn't, can't punish us because of that Blizzard Veil. They can't use boss's orders while Articuno's in the active. So that's something that we kind of take away from our opponent. And I kept the weakness guard energy around because if I get Marnie, I think I'd rather have the energy intellect than the boss's orders, but I could be wrong on that. I maybe should have ditched the weakness guard energy, but I don't know if they're like playing Pikarom or not, so that's something they could be playing. Here comes a headbutt tantrum from our opponent. So what are they playing? Could be Obstagoon. It looks like, if I had to guess though, I would guess Dragapult here. There's a switch into the Zigzagoon. And Escape Board to the Escape Board to the Rangaroo. Surprised they didn't Escape Board to the Zigzagoon. Looks like Dragapult. Yeah, there's the Pult. All right, we have Crushing Hammer in hand. It's where we'd like to be. Crushing Hammer, and then we want to try and get into the Inteleon VMAX as quickly as possible. Actually, in this one, Inteleon VMAX is the big hitter. We just start hitting with him, cleaning up dudes off the bench with the Snipe 60s, and kind of go from there. Yeah, we just want to kind of hit as soon as possible with Inteleon VMAX. Don't need to really worry about using Articuno early on for too long. Not really necessary to use for too long. Just kind of start putting the pressure on him with the VMAX as soon as possible. Is the general game plan. And then of course Crushing Hammer heads right here would be pretty good. But yeah, we want to go dig for water energy here. We don't want to put the weakness guard down. We could put the weakness guard down if we did get a Crushing Hammer heads, because then there's no threat of this Articuno getting knocked out and losing this water energy. But getting the knockout on their Zigzagoon is a pretty big deal. Okay, there goes Zigzagoon. Getting a knockout on Jirachi is still pretty good as well. But yeah, we'll see what the top deck. We'll see how the Crushing Hammer goes and kind of decide from there. But yeah, we need that third energy for the Inteleon VMAX at some point. So it could be this weakness guard energy. We just want to get to attack for the turn, but attacking for the turn is still pretty good. So I don't know. We'll see how the Crushing Hammer goes. That's the main thing to wait and see here. Is wait and see how this Crushing Hammer goes. Because if it is a heads, could be a big difference maker. Here comes Zigzagoon back down, putting that pressure on my Inteleon. That's fine. Stays asleep, doesn't really matter. All right, Crushing Hammer. Hey, it is a heads. I'm gonna bench Jirachi and then play their research. Did get a water. Could get another small Articuno to put the energy to. Probably want to calm away this Articuno, or we could just move them to the Inteleon VMAX. Excuse me, sneezed. Calm. Let's get rid of the Articuno for sure. And we could just use Articunos for a little while, which would be fine, or we could just get into that VMAX ASAP. I'm down with just going to another Articuno, I think, with this situation. After resetting their energy like that. I'm gonna put it the Escape Board. I'll put it there. And then Cold Cyclone. Knock out a Jirachi, move the energy back to our other Articuno. That way we can attack with Articuno again. We don't even have the energy for the VMAX yet. Hey, there's a VMAX out of the prizes, which is pretty nice. Yeah, we don't even have the energy for the VMAX yet, so it looks like they're coming up here to go ahead and shred us. We have to put down a special energy. This is where we can calm and get ourselves the Giratina and remove that. And they are down to basic energy. Excuse me, once again. Oh, Scoop Up Block Mine. We can no longer Scoop Up Net our Articuno. We do play 4-switch for Scoop Up Net. Scoop Up Net can't happen. There's that special energy I was talking about. So we can go ahead and prevent that. We can switch into this guy though, so we should be fine. Can't Scoop Up Net him. We do have the switch already in hand, but we'll no longer be able to Scoop Up Net our dudes. There's that shred. All right. Go ahead, switch into Jirachi. Stellar Wish. There's a Marnie. I'm going to calm away the Jirachi. Evolve the VMAX. Grab myself the Giratina. Evolve to the VMAX. Attach Giratina the energy off our opponent. And then play the Marnie. We could have attached another energy here, actually. And then when we leave this in the active, we could move it back again. I'm going to go ahead and play the bucket. Then some energy out of the deck. Increase the chance of our top deck being that much better. Yeah, we could have attached the energy here, knowing this wouldn't be able to, only be able to shred, and then we could attach here again and Cold Cyclone again. But now when we Cold Cyclone, it's a little bit more awkward of where we should move this to. Cold Cyclone. I kind of want to move it to the Articuno again. No, let's go ahead and move it to the Inteleon this turn. Next turn, we might actually have to just go like attach pass. Who knows? We'll see what our opponent does. If they put down another horror energy, we're going to remove that because we got the net for our Giratina. But they could actually Zigzagoon our Giratina and stop it from moving. So I probably should have already used Scoop Up Net on my Giratina to make sure I could use it on my next turn. There is another horror energy. But like I said, now they can Zigzagoon ping my Giratina if they want to trap it on the bench. Here comes a shred. Once again, we're going to Giratina again. Yes, and then this time, I'm going to make the right play. I'm going to pick it up again. And then I will attach an energy active, because it's very possible they whiff an energy here. So, if they do, then I want to be able to attack with this Cold Cyclone and move these energies back to this Inteleon V. It's very possible that they whiff an attack here. So, it's going to go ahead and attach active. They are down, what? 4 energy. They usually play around 8 or 9. So, yeah, very possible for them to whiff an attack here and not even knock this out, which means it gets stuck. And I don't really mind losing this energy potentially here because of that. If they do get the knockup, that's also fine. Then we just go and bench this Inteleon. Well, set up Jirachi Stellar Wish first, but bench Inteleon V, attach. Stellar Wish, hope for a Marnie, because we want to put the Giratina back in the deck. There is the energy. We are going to take it away from our opponent once again. They are down quite a few energy now. Yeah, it's a 3rd horror energy to leave. We still have 3 Crushing Hammer left. There's the concede. I'm not surprised. This is a pretty good matchup for us, especially when we're hitting like that early Crushing Hammer hedge, and then they have to go to the horror energy, and we have the Giratina. That's gonna do it for these games. Quick games with the Articuno Inteleon deck. Definitely something a little bit different, kind of like the Articuno or the Inteleon control deck I showed you guys not that long ago, but has the Articuno to work with early on instead of like more control cards. Still very cool deck. If you guys enjoyed the games, if you did, give the video a like. If you're new to the content, be sure to subscribe. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.